the?
Good morning. It is Coachella day 2. It is about to be 10 a.m. and I was gonna wake up at 7 and I actually ordered a Starbucks to come to the hotel at 7 a.m. I scheduled it yesterday. So there's just a Starbucks sitting at like the front desk, but it's like 3 hours old. So I ordered another one. I really need coffee today. I'm so tired. I don't know how I'm gonna do this again, but we're definitely not gonna go right at 12 today again because it's just like too long and we have another like after party event. Starbucks acquired. Yeah, I got a big John.
What is that?
An ice mocha. See, I just never get Starbucks anymore because it just always tastes like their coffee's burnt. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see what the lineup is today. I'm gonna name the people that I know because there's a lot of people that I don't know on here. Charlie XCX is playing, Flo Milli. I feel like I've seen some of these other names. Blackpink, The Kid Laroi. Oh my god, Calvin Harris is tonight? I thought Calvin Harris was tomorrow. Suicide Boys is tonight. I feel like I'm literally gonna cry during like Calvin Harris. I get a little turnt today. I don't like talk about this on my channel. I don't really like drinking because, you know, your girl has emetophobia and drinking literally is asking for your stomach to hurt. Also, alcohol hurts my stomach really, really bad. And at these types of things, I am 100% not eating as much as I should. So mixing alcohol with that is just, I get drunk really quickly and then I'm like, oh, fuck. It makes me get acne. It makes my anxiety bad. Like a week later, my anxiety's horrible after I drink. I do smoke a little of the Mary Jane. I've never been high in public though. Wow, this is really weird to talk about. I feel like this is like secretive, like you're not supposed to say this on the internet. If you're underage or if it's illegal where you're at, don't be bad. I don't want to be a bad influence. I'm an at home at 12 a.m. when I can't sleep or if I'm having problems with eating, that's when I do it. I have a few options for the outfit today, so I'm just gonna kind of like bring you through it. We got a lot of options. I know 100% I'm gonna be wearing a skirt today, and I have this just plain white maxi skirt, but then I saw this one from Free People. And the beadwork, my baby girl is doing so good. She was really nervous in the beginning. She's opened up. We have this skirt, and this is like a fully crocheted skirt. Plain little tube top. A lot of this stuff still has tags on it, just in case if I don't wear it and I want to return it, because stuff from Free People is expensive. I have this top, and this is super pretty, but my boobs, I am not confident in my boobs. You know, everyone and their mother has been getting a boob job recently, and I'm not gonna lie, I want one so bad. Mine, you know, are sagging a little bit.
Natural, baby. That's how I like them. Swing low, sweet chariots.
It may not look like I have big boobs. I am wearing a bra right now that is squishing them completely down because I'm so insecure about them. The girls will understand, like if you bend over, there's like a cup and it's like, you know, you can't wear a bra with this. And then we have this shirt, which also is an issue in the boob area. And this is a cute little top. It has like crisscross back, but with the boobage, and I don't know if it's the vibe. I think I'm gonna wear red cowgirl boots, so I think we can rule this out because it's not gonna match. This one holds in the boobs. It holds them in tight so they don't go anywhere. You know, it's just a plain little black top. There's this top, and I'm sad because I got it in a size that was a little bit too big, and I got it from Free People right before we left, and I should have gotten it one size smaller. And this, I feel like, is Coachella-y. That is so pretty. Such pretty stitch work. I have a feeling I'm just gonna wear one of the skirts with a cream or white tube top, honestly, because I feel like I'm gonna be the most comfortable in that. We're gonna get started with the hair and then the makeup. I'm gonna cry. We are going to try to attempt to put in hair extensions, and then I literally Instacarted scissors from Walgreens because I know I'm gonna have to like trim them. My boyfriend's going downstairs to see if the hotel can give us a pair of scissors to use because like these do not work. I just rinsed my face off because I had like thick, heavy cream on last night because my face was really dry. And I'm gonna put this face mask on. I really cannot believe how good the hair came out. I blended it so well. This is a hyaluronic acid mask, so I did leave my face a little damp before I went in with that. Can you guys tell that these are my favorite face masks?
Many minutes later.
Excuse me. I did not know he was in here. If you guys watched the last Coachella video, day 1, when we came back to Coachella, because we left at one point, and it was like nighttime, we walked in, it was so crowded, and it was just like TikTokers everywhere. Everyone's face like looked familiar, like I've seen them before. I think I'm gonna bring my stizzy. I might smoke today, I'm not sure. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube without getting demonetized. Let's just say like leaf, okay? That's what we're gonna call it, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys my first leaf story. I have wanted to smoke a leaf for a really long time, but since I have really bad panic disorder and anxiety in my head, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get paranoid and I feel like I'm gonna freak out. So I just never did. In high school, never drank, never smoked. And you know those videos that like school will show you, like, don't give in to peer pressure, blah, blah, blah. It is not peer pressure anymore. Where I live, it could be different in different areas, but where I live, if someone's like, oh, do you wanna hit? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And they're like, oh, good for you, good for you, you're good. Like, people are like, no, do it, everyone's doing it. I have never met anyone like that. And with drinking, like, people are totally chill with it, you know? I think it's more like self-pressure. I wanted to try it so bad because like everyone did it, and I was like, why does everybody do this? It must be great. So I want to try it. I want to know the hype. Whenever I told people I had never smoked, people were instantly like, I don't know if I give a stoner vibe, but I have been told that about 1,000,000 times in my lifetime. I was on the surf team in high school, so I mean, maybe that added on to it a little bit. Once upon a time, I'm at my boyfriend's house. I don't remember how old I was. I was either 20 or 21, and my boyfriend's sister had edibles. They were just little gummies. She told me that they were 2 milligrams, and I asked what strain it was because being around people that smoke, you kind of learn, and I always was like, okay, if I'm gonna smoke, I'm definitely gonna do indica and not sativa, because sativa I feel like would make me freak out. She told me it was indica, so I was like, sick. First 2 hours, it's slow, and I feel like I'm feeling it, but I'm not sure if I feel it. Me and my boyfriend are sitting there playing video games. I'm like eating. I'm like, ooh, this is fun. I'm not like sure if I'm high. So my boyfriend comes and lays down. I close my eyes at some point. I don't really remember. Later, like the next day, I realized this was the exact 2-hour mark when it like fully kicked in. I like opened my eyes, and I don't know how to explain the feeling that I felt. I felt like I was dreaming. Like I didn't feel like I was in real life. I opened my eyes and I sat up and I was like, Tyler, and I was just done. I was freaking the out. This whole thing that I'm telling you felt like 5 minutes. This was over the span of 2 to 3 hours. I kept telling him over and over again, I don't feel like I'm in real life. I don't feel like I'm in real life. And I literally like wish he started filming me, but it probably would have freaked me out more. And I kept just asking him, like, how do I make it go away? How do I make it go away? I couldn't think about multiple things at once. I only could have one thought in my brain at once. So like if Tyler like touched my shoulder, it was like, he's touching my shoulder, he's like, I don't know how to fully explain it. It was bizarre. And mind you, his parents were home and didn't know, and they still don't know. So I stand up and I'm like, all I could think about was, oh my god, I don't want to throw up because then Tyler's parents are gonna see it. I had no fear of throw up though. That was a first. So I ran to the bathroom. I closed the door like in Tyler's face. I walked to the toilet. I set my phone down because I felt like I was gonna throw up, but then like I was like, no, I'm fine. Go over to the sink and I like splash water in my face. And I'm like, oh, you're supposed to splash water in your face when you're like in distress. And then I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I literally like knew in that moment, like, you're not supposed to do that. And my face looked weird. I was low-key like hallucinating a little bit, and just saying like this wasn't laced or anything. Like she got this from a dispensary. I just had like a weird ass reaction to it. I hear a knock on the door and I'm like, oh my god, like who is that? I remember like saying out loud, I was like, oh my god, no, it's Tyler. So I opened the door and he was like, are you okay? And I'm like, no. For some reason the lights were like in my head making me nauseous. So I was like, no, you need to turn all the lights off, you need to turn the TV off, I need to go to bed right now. He's like, no. He was trying to get me to like just calm down and watch TV and zone out, which I totally understand now, but in that moment I was like, hell no, I need to go to bed. I turn around and then I turn back around and he's not there. He would have waited for me, but I'm later finding out I was just just standing there for like 10 minutes, and then he finally just walked away. I go to grab my phone. I look at my phone. I had a text from Tyler, because I locked him out of the bathroom, that said, "You're gonna be okay, just calm down," from 45 minutes ago. I literally thought I was in there for no longer than 5 minutes. In that moment, I was like, what? I go back, we turn the lights off. I lay down, I'm freaking out. I fall asleep. So I wake up, it was 4 a.m. I was still just as high. So I close my eyes and I'm like, go to bed. Okay, I forgot something really funny. Right when I sat up and I was walking to the bathroom, I had my Bible app out. I literally opened my phone and went to my Bible app and was like reading scripture because I literally thought I was gonna die. My boyfriend was just like, oh my, what is happening? I woke up the next morning, still low-key felt it a little bit. I felt so weird. Then the next 6 months of my life after that, I had horrible derealization, constantly felt like I was like dreaming. So yeah, that experience was literally horrible, scared me. I thought I was never gonna ever do anything with Leaf again. Boyfriend's sister went to bed. She did not see any of this go down. And mind you, she just got these. She did it like a little while before this for the first time and had an amazing like time. Like it wasn't anything like my experience. So the next morning, I'm telling her this and she's like, what? Like she is like, are you okay? And she was like, oh, I gave you the 5 milligram one. And it's a hybrid. And I know 5 milligrams is still like super little, but doing that for the first time when I thought I was going to get 2 milligrams and I thought I was gonna get indica and I got a hybrid, I was so pissed at her. I'm like, what the f, girl? So the first one she got were 2 milligram and they were indica. She went back and she asked the girl, she was like, yeah, I want like the same thing, but a little bit more. She thought it was indica. So that's how that mix up happened. So fast forward to like June, July, when we moved into our apartment of last year, I wanted to try it again. I have a really hard time with eating sometimes. Like I have no appetite and I was like, I feel like this could really help me. I have taken antidepressants and I don't really feel like I need them all the time, but it's really hard to get off of antidepressants and it takes like a while for me to get like used to them. I'm kind of like over antidepressants personally, like they just stopped working for me. So I'm completely off of them now. So I was trying to just look for something that could help with my mental health a little bit and eating. And then Leaf, and I got a stizzy and I got pure indica and I took it like really slow, just baby it's, you know. I had an amazing time. I ate so much freaking food. Food tasted immaculate. Watched funny TV shows and I literally started crying. I was sitting on the couch and literally started bawling my eyes out. My boyfriend like was in the kitchen and walked out and he was like, why are you crying? I have never felt this relaxed in my entire life. My whole body, like, you know when you like meditate and you have that like little bit of relief in your whole body and you feel like weightless? I never feel like that. I am always 100% tense all the time and there's nothing that gets rid of it. I felt no tenseness. I just started crying. I was like, is this what like normal people feel like with like not mentally ill brains? Really good experience this time. I still don't smoke all the time because I don't want to be dependent on a substance personally, and I've just looked into more natural things like herbs, meditating, healthy habits and stuff like that. So I've been doing great, but it's my little Leaf story. I'm doing like the same base that I did yesterday, covering up any discoloration. Blush. I don't want my eyebrows to be more fluffy today. I think we're gonna glitter it up today. Adding a little bit of highlight before, and we're gonna be very gold today. Like I bought gold gems instead of silver ones, so I'm going in with a gold highlight. Pretty. So now for the gems, I'm just gonna stick them on with eyelash glue, but I'm gonna kind of map out where I want them first. We're gonna go in with like super baby gems. Added a few more. I feel like that's good. And I'm gonna line my lips with like a little bit of red. And then going in with clear lip gloss. I have a bunch of hair jewels and crystals and stuff like that, so I'm gonna put little braids like in my hair and just put those in. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara just to like on the tips. This is the hair. I'm gonna go get dressed. But it's over now. so amazing. There's so many people. Snack break. So Labyrinth is at 10:35. We ran into some people we knew and they said that they knew that Billie Eilish was gonna be there as a surprise guest. Okay, so we just found out that the freaking surprise guest is Odessa. Do we get to go up there?
I don't know if we get to go up or not.
I think so. We just bought tickets to go backstage of the Odessa concert for 50 bucks. Okay, I'm gonna pop in here and explain really quick. So Odessa was first, then Labyrinth, and they were starting at like the same exact time. And then Calvin Harris was like an hour later, but we wanted to get to Calvin Harris early because we wanted to be close. Because I low-key came for Calvin Harris because I feel like you guys may not know this, but he's like my favorite music if you didn't know. In the clip that you just saw, I said we got backstage to Odessa. Where Odessa was playing, we saw this area that people were going in, but you had to have something to go in. And I was like, oh, maybe that's a VIP section because the Rose Garden VIP section was around this area and we hadn't gone to it yet. So we go up, we asked the security guard and he was like, no, you need like a special like artist pass to get back here. So it's like the artist invited you pretty much. So my boyfriend asked, well, how do you get those? And he was like, well, how much do you have on you? So we paid 50 bucks for him, got back there. We were under the impression that we were going to be able to go on the stage, but then last minute, the security guard that was backstage was like, you need a yellow wristband, and we had purple, and everyone in line also had purple. It was weird. I think only specific people could go up there for Odessa. Still cool that we got to go backstage. We barely stayed there. And we went to Labyrinth. Labyrinth and Odessa over here. Calvin Harris is up here. Really wanted to get good seats at Calvin Harris, so we left before we saw Billie Eilish, and then we went to Calvin Harris. We get to Calvin Harris, we get pretty darn close. It starts filling up really quickly. He doesn't start playing for like 30-40 minutes, and they're doing like the testing on the screen to make sure everything's working because like his shows are crazy. This is like when my anxiety hit. I was having a panic attack on the inside, and it was like almost getting to the point where I was gonna start hyperventilating and freaking out, and I was feeling nauseous, and I was just like trying to talk myself through it. I'm like, I'm going to regret this, and I'm just letting you guys know. I literally only got through this for you guys because I wanted to film it so badly, and I'm like, if I leave, I literally didn't film Odessa, I barely filmed Labyrinth, and then I'm not gonna film Calvin Harris and just experience it. I stuck through, and then he finally started playing, and you guys can see it was literally life-changing, and I'm so happy that I stayed. Scoot it up.
I am literally in a state of to become a clear, bright, purified channel. Might take a lifetime of work. And you know what? I'm in. Coachella, let me hear you sing. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Don't blame it on me. Now put your hands up.
Holy, look at all the trash. That was amazing. I have the worst back pain. Ooh, I'm green. But it was very worth it.
Like this with your leg the whole time?
Yeah.
My knee was cracking.
I keep shaking my knee every time I stand, just because I feel like there's music going on even when there's not.
Yes.
I'm just constantly
like when the music is.
And that's okay because I'm back. Better than ever.
He scored hot dogs. So we totally had another Liquid IV after party to go to, but we got back to our hotel and it was already like 3:30 a.m. and it ended at 4, so we did not go.